really important that we begin to change the mindset of young people to know that your vote counts.
They don't understand that the legislative arm of government is actually a co-equal arm of government.
We have an incredible amount of potential.
Whatever it is I was doing, because of my personal DNA, it had to be of an international standard.
Which is what, seriously speaking, is all about.
Hello there, welcome to Seriously Speaking. We're talking movies today, and we're talking movies, but it's more the person behind that movie that fascinates me. She's a friend, she's somebody a lot of you know, is somebody that a lot of Nigerians have trapped in a time warp in terms of they would never forget the things that she did in one of the most popular soap operas that started in Nigeria, well, ages ago. That soap opera is called Checkmate. Any guesses to who my guest is? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. We'll be back. Welcome back. Maybe I'm one of those guilty of tying her down to the role of Anne Hathaway in Checkmate. But the truth is she won a lot of hearts in that time because here was someone that we'd never heard anything about. And suddenly she had taken over our homes, as Anne Hathaway was a no-nonsense woman that owned this empire in Checkmate. It's nice to have you, Ego.
Nice to be here.
It was Ego Namani.
Yes.
Now it's Ego Boyo.
Yes.
Does it seem like Namani has disappeared into thin air?
Yes, sort of. We're saying that, you know, how your whole, almost like your whole identity just sort of, you know, well, I won't say disappears, but changes that initial identity when you do get married and change your name. So, but I think more people know me as Ego Boyo because I actually became Ego Boyo while I was on Checkmate.
Yeah,
so
true.
the Indamani part wasn't for very long.
Absolutely.
While, you know, professionally, yes, yes.
You know, at that time, people thought, what did she know about acting? And then suddenly you became that, I guess maybe because you played that serious, you know. But what did it feel like? Were you judged harshly at the beginning?
Well, the thing is, you know, because we didn't have social media, so it was not an immediate source of, you know, feedback. It wasn't immediate feedback and what I got was a lot of people were very, they were attached to the character and to the show, and they loved it. So I didn't get a lot of pushback in that direction. Plus, my background was in theater, so it wasn't like it was completely new or natural to me. So, yeah.
Why did you choose theater? This is the daughter of a judge, and you know, one would expect that law or something would work.
Of course, he expected that law. But I think it was in my blood. It was one of those things. I had always been a little performer. Initially in primary school, I did a lot of little plays, a lot of...
There was primary school.
Primary school was everywhere. We were first in the East, so it was All Saints. We became Ekulu Primary School. Then I came to Lagos Home Science, and we always did little, you know, I remember in Enugu then, and that was years ago, we did some little skits.
Years ago, come on, you're barely 50.
Yes, but it was still long ago. And we did some little shows with a lot of singing, and I still remember that. And I always liked performing. I'm not sure it's a memory, but it's a memory that my parents always repeated to me, was that my dad had a practice, and it ran out of the house, one side of the house. And I used to go to all the potential clients, and I would question them about what they were doing here, why they were waiting to see my dad.
Reporter.
Yes, you know. And then I would do like a dance or something for them. So I guess it's in my blood.
That's what it was.
Yes.
I guess also because the role that you played, the very first role that threw you out was one of somebody very serious.
Yes.
And somebody, you know, so it was like, this person cannot be. Have you been able to break out of that mold?
I'm not sure I have. After Checkmate, a lot of the roles that I was getting, even after I did Violated,
Yes.
Violated was not that serious, but still quite a serious, very focused young woman. But every role after that was almost a variation of either Anne Hathaway or Peggy, the character I played in Checkmate. So I was like, okay, I'm getting stereotyped, and I can do something different. But at the same time, I guess I wasn't really looking for something different, because then I was really experiencing my real, well, I don't know if it's my real love for producing. So I wasn't actively searching for that role. I was just delving deeper and deeper into producing, going behind the scenes. So I guess I didn't take the time to, you know, let people...
Would that happen in future, though?
I mean, it's never late, apparently, for, to play a character or to play different characters. And this year, I've found that I have gone back to some acting, and the character is very different from the character that I played on Checkmate. So, yeah.
We should stay tuned.
Stay tuned. You'll see me in a very different role very soon.
Okay, did becoming mommy and becoming wife cause any changes, really?
Well,
because you had like an 8-year hiatus. While
yes.
some of us know that you produce documentaries and
Yes.
produce not feature films
yeah.
and other things with Temple Productions, but it seemed like you were just being Mrs. Boyo.
Well, I was always Mrs. Boyo because, as I said, I started in Checkmate. And, I mean, that didn't stop me from going on to Violated, so that wasn't the issue. But I definitely, as my children got older, it was, I had more children, it was time to sort of focus on them. And being an actress it's a lot of work. You get to go on different sets, the hours are long, and being producer was also long, but it gave me an opportunity to also step away. So I wasn't the focus. All I had to do was do my job, which a lot of time comes before the actual production starts, and then I can step away a little. So it gave me room to do that. And then it also gave me room to pursue other aspects and other types of film. So as you mentioned, documentaries, adverts, just trying to build that side of the business, Temple Productions.
Did you miss acting, though?
I did, in droves. Like, you see somebody on screen in a part, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that part. That would have been good to do. But it wasn't like a very fierce sort of missing,
That's probably because you said production, being behind the scenes and producing things.
It had an appeal.
So, I mean, now you have something great. There was a premiere in November, and I did see clips. I mean, I saw the thing, and I'm like, this girl is bold.
Yeah.
I'll take a break so that I'll come back and talk about this new interest. And then, of course, also, you're wearing blue. And I know blue represents IWS, something that you do also.
Yes.
So I'll be right back with Ego Boyo, if you don't go away.